Well, we predicted that people like Nick Fuentes will become a big thing, and I mean, it's really hard to not take him seriously. He's being mentioned by everyone, including the president. Did you see the show that I did right now about Nick Fuentes?
Yeah, I watched it.
Oh, you watched it? Okay.
Yeah,
What do you
yeah.
think?
What do I think? I think you should start with someone less angry. He pisses me off. He really pisses me off. I think that people don't understand that this guy is the way that he talks and the way that he smugs and all that. I mean, do you know about this? It shouldn't happen, right? It's a crime. But you know, when somebody uses the N word and then somebody who's black just beat the shit out of him, and it's kind of,
Mhm.
oh, yeah, I got that. That's what I get from this guy. He's so anti-Semitic, and he's reminding us people who talked at in America and been in America. America does not have a free guilt from the Holocaust. By the way, they had a Nazi party in 1938. They had Nazi rallies, and the Jewish mafia beat the crap out of them. That's what happened back
Mm.
then. Now the Jewish mafia is nothing. But yeah, I mean, this guy, he really reminds me of like dark times, and he makes me really angry.
Do you think he's a big deal? Because Francisco was not sure if he's a big deal or is this just a phase, and it doesn't have as much of a history in his mind as the woke left, so he's not sure if we should be concerned about him, like, or hit people like him. What do you think?
I will give my opinion, but I will say that it's only an opinion. Like, I don't want to talk out of my ass. Um, I think that by now he is on a trajectory that he might be dangerous someday. Uh, Dangerous. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that he will become the president. It's not my prediction at all. He will not make it to Congress. I don't think so. But I think that he can spill enough poison into somebody's ears to the point that he's doing something, or a movement grows, which is kind of dangerous and old-fashioned. I'm trying to avoid the word Nazi. Maybe something like that could happen, but like, and I'm not afraid that he would be in a real position of power that is beyond thuggish.
I have a question. Was he in the inauguration with Mandani when he became a mayor? The celebration, were the two together, or
No,
the?
why would he be there?
I'm not sure. This is it's a question. Uh,
Yeah.
because I
No.
mean, the people that finance the destruction of America, I think, might finance both of them. I-
I
that's
I
the reason why they can be buddies. They have the same
I
same
think it's
objective.
happening organically, at least with Nick Fuentes' movement. And I see them everywhere, by the way. They're big. Like every time I post something on Facebook defending Israel, these people are like they're much bigger right now than the far left. Like my comments are filled with anti-Jewish comments coming from the Groiper type rather than the woke type. Is filled with comments like that. It's insane. And even when I post something against Nick Fuentes on my Facebook, I get so many comments like Nick Fuentes is right. Who the hell are you to criticize Nick Fuentes? Like people like, oh my god, he's a patriot. We love him. Shut the fuck up. You're like it's huge. Like it's a wave. And then I look at people are like they're bots, and I go look at their profiles, and they're people with family and children and traveling and pictures of food and a huge history. I'm like, no, these are real people. So, Khalid, you wanted to say something?
I was gonna say this is a history of America. There's always gonna be a rise of Nazis and they disappear. It's always this. Like someone who studied the history is like, there's always this rise and they fall, and they rise and they fall. The reason they're right now popular is because of Trump. I'm not saying I have no opinion about Trump. I'm just saying is that because when a Republican gets into office, a lot of the Groper people will be honest, and then once a Democrat's in office, they'll shut up and be quiet, and the cycle just continues like that. It's just I don't think he's going to be popular the next like 4 years from now. He's just going to disappear. Nick Fuentes is just going to go away. I think he doesn't have the like. Also, a lot of Americans would see him like he's a foreigner because he's a Catholic. A lot of them, the gropers, are Protestants, so they'll see him as a Catholic and say, "You're not one of us."
Yeah, but the issue is not Nick Fuentes. The issue is the views that are supporting him. Because even if he goes away, he's demonstrating that there's a huge appetite for his views. So he's not the problem. He's just a symptom of the problem.
No, I'm saying is that these people. I'm not saying that personally. I don't think there's a cure for these people, but these people will never go away. They'll always exist. It's just the thing is that the difference is they'll be. Their only reason they're honest today is because there's a Republican presidency. Once the Republican presidency is like gone, they'll be or let's say a Democrat wins, they'll be quiet and just go back in the closet. This is just the cycle of the American system. I don't know much about Canada, but I know that an American cycle is like this. Every time there's a Republican, they're honest.
Well, last time we went through a cycle like this, the American Nazis were responsible for the rights of Nazism in Europe, and then we had the Holocaust. So then we need
Also,
somebody raise their hand.
I did.
Who raised it?
Deborah.
How do we
Oh, go
raise our hand?
Yeah, I agree that there are cycles.
Deborah,
It's not
can I
Nazis.
just
In the
maybe,
in the 19th century, like the 1880s, there was a big rise of, or 1850s, there was a big rise of what they called free soil, free men. It was the America First movement, the original America First movement, and they were against Papists. That was their big fear. They were afraid of Catholics, and so this. It's not Nazis. It's just we want people who are like us. And they even when the United States won the Mexican American War and all of a sudden got all this territory, California, New Mexico, Arizona, filled with people, many of whom were Hispanic, just or mixed like Fuentes is. He looks like he says he's part Irish, but he looks like his father was mestizo. Does anybody here? Do we have Oscar here? No, he's not back. And this was the original America First movement. It hated the Catholic Church. They talked about Papists constantly. They accepted Jews, all right, but they were terrified of the Pope getting power in the United States. And yet here's Nick Fuentes putting himself out as the inheritor of the America First movement, when the America First movement was originally created just to go against people exactly like him. He's an ignoramus.